Hi, Satnam! The sun has just moved into Sagittarius. It's the 22nd of November and we're going to make a little Vibrate the Cosmos video for you with some of the key astrological alignments that are coming up for this following month, so you can start preparing your rituals, ceremonies and meditations. But first of all, we're going to go and get a little bit of lunch. And here we are. We're down at Harvest in the Byron region in a little town called Newrybar. That was a magnificent lunch. I want to talk to you a little bit more about the astrological alignments now. There's a big month coming up, plenty of Sagittarius energy. As I said earlier, the sun has already ingressed Sagittarius today, 22nd of November, and the moon is in Sagittarius, reflecting Sagittarian light now. So the moon is reflecting Sagittarius light the whole month. That'll take us to the full moon on the 4th of December, which will be in Gemini, but still reflecting Sagittarius light. And the new moon, come the 18th of December, will be in the sign of Sagittarius. So we have a very strong lunation cycle. Outside of the lunation cycle, one of the transits that I'm looking forward to is Venus moving into Sagittarius. And we're going to make a video about that for you next week with some ritual and ceremony that you can prepare for the day. It'll be on the 2nd of December. And also on that same day, we've got the Jupiter and Neptune trine. And this is really beautiful because Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Neptune is like the higher octave of Venus, as Venus ingresses Sagittarius the same day. So there's a beautiful harmonic energy here around all of this, and as I said, we'll talk more about it in our next video. On the 30th, we've got the Mercury, Sagittarius and Black Lilith conjunct in the sign of Sagittarius, late Decan. And the other big thing coming up for December is Mercury. So Mercury gets to the last degree of Sagittarius, 29 degrees, and then he says, I'm going back into Sagittarius to join the party with everyone else. So he heads back to 13 degrees Sagittarius, staying in the fire sign, while the Sun, Saturn, Black Lilith and Venus all come through. So I'll also make a little video for that topic for you to be able to work on some Mercury retrograde themes. And the other big thing that we'll make a video on for you and that you can start preparing for is that Mars is going to enter the sign of Scorpio, being there with Jupiter. And so that's very exciting. Our will, our drive, our motivation coming into Scorpio as we have everyone else coming into Sagittarius. Some of the biggest themes that I'm picking up about this is, with Scorpio, we're going deep to dig up hidden truths. We don't even need to do it. It's just the energy, it's happening. People are already reaching out, looking for consultation and support through this time. And then as that energy comes up into Sagittarius, Sagittarius is all about our truth. And what are we aiming our arrow towards? Do we have the clarity, the self-discipline, the spiritual discipline to do so and to hold the truth up into the light now? But that's basically all of the alignments I wanted to share with you for December, except the Sun and Saturn conjunct on the galactic center come summer solstice. So usually we always celebrate summer solstice, being the longest day of sun exposure here in the southern hemisphere. It'll be winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, being the shortest day of the year up there. But for us, we're focusing on galactic center, Sun and Saturn. Saturn making real, manifesting in the three-dimensional realm, karma, galactic center, the portal where energy, new life is birthing from the womb of the universe. cosmic language and embody it here on earth? How do we bring the heavens to earth? Or how do we reflect back to the heavens the messages from earth to the stars? I think some of the key things that we can focus on is with the Sagittarian energy is asking ourselves, well, what is our vision quest at the moment? When we take our bow and arrow, what are we aiming for? What is the higher purpose of our livelihood, of our actions, our thoughts, the way we interact with one another? You can look at Sagittarius as a centaur as well, half animal, half man. Are we going to come from instincts, or are we going to come up into the higher mind? And to do so, what is the tool that we need? Sagittarius points towards spirituality and religion. So are we anchoring in our spiritual discipline to bring us to a balance between extremes, between polarities of the Sagittarian energy? And so what are the polarities of Sagittarius? Well, if we look at the benefic side, it's very much like Jupiter, to be honest. It's optimistic, it's expansive, it's friendly, it's social. As I said, it pertains to spirituality and religion. And what about the shadow side, though, of Sagittarius, with all this good luck and feel-good energy? Well, that can often lead us to overindulgence. It can make us a little bit dense, so that we're not so subtle or attuned to the nuances. We can lack tact. It can just simply be too much, even too much of a good thing, or keeping an eye out for all that glitters is not gold. And so if we take on that Buddhist philosophy of everything in balance, so we're looking at preventing the pendulum from swinging through extremes, coming to center within ourselves, coming back to the core, coming to the still point of the heart, to shunya, to peace, which is where spiritual practice takes us. Sagittarius has the ability to take us out of the social conditioning into our truth, so then we have something to offer back to group consciousness because we've been through the individuation process.